Sports Radio 1450, back to the minors. I am Pete Sousa alongside Ryan Matlack, your host.
No, you're the host now, Pete.
I'm the
you
host
got the
temporarily.
reins. Yes, you got him.
Well, our esteemed guest has finally arrived. Not finally, but he has arrived. Christian Polk of the Springfield Armor.
Yep.
Christian, you were here nice and early. You were locked out. That's some service we have going on here at the station, huh?
No, I saw you guys were busy, man. We didn't want to come intrude. We were out there just hanging out, waiting to come get it in.
Two-a-days today.
Yeah. Yep.
Coach is working you hard.
He is. We go pretty hard in the mornings, and in the evening it's a kind of optional shooting. So I like to go in there and get some shots up. A lot of the guys, normally pretty much everybody shows up for the evening one though. So yeah, we're working hard trying to get ready for this weekend.
Well, to run that system, you got to be in pretty good shape.
Oh man, you got to. A lot of players say they want to run, but once you start running, it's a little different. But yeah, coach makes sure we're in good shape. So down the stretch, we're still able to run and get some transition points. So yeah, we're definitely working real hard.
And Christian, your last season, I guess, at UTEP, played for Tim Floyd.
Yes.
And he ran a similar system, pretty much up and down.
Yep.
Is it easy for you to adapt?
It is. I see a lot of similarities in Tim Floyd and Coach Mack. I think that's why it's a little bit easier for me to adjust to this system. And yeah, like you said, there's a lot of similarities. At UTEP, we like to get up and down, kind of had a motion offense, and like to take quick, good shots though. So yeah, it's a lot of similarities. I think that's why I'm able to do all right in this system.
I mentioned this to you earlier when we first spoke on Media Day. You played for 4 coaches in 5 years in college?
Yes,
is that right?
I did, yes.
I mean, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
At the college level. Now, do you think that's prepared you for your journey in pro basketball?
I think so. I mean, during the time, obviously, you go to college to play for one coach that recruits you. You want to stay there and kind of get situated. But like you said, I played for 4 coaches in 5 years. And, I mean, looking back on it, I was able to get introduced to a lot of different systems, a lot of different philosophies. So, I mean, in the long run, I think it really helped me because I've seen so many different styles, so many different offenses, so many different defensive schemes. So I think that's really prepared me to play at the next level.
Christian, has that allowed you to adapt quicker to a short preseason and a fairly unknown group of teammates around you moving forward here?
Definitely. I mean, like you said, I had almost a different coach every single year that I played. So kind of when they come in, they've all had a lot of different philosophies and a lot of different ways they teach and a lot of different ways they coach. So coming in and getting introduced to new stuff on the fly, I mean, to someone who's only been around one system, it might be tough for them. But like you said, I've been around a lot of different philosophies and a lot of different systems. So learning on the fly, I've been able to adjust.
Now, I'd heard of a lot of these guys before I came to Springfield to call the games. But, you'd heard of a lot of guys. Like, I'd heard Christian's name, but I hadn't really seen him play, bits and pieces there. So you do research on these guys as you want to get acclimated. So I did a YouTube search because that's a great way to get highlights these days.
It is. There you go.
Just to give the people at home an idea, if you're around a computer or you want to have an idea of what Christian has to offer, that game you had against Memphis, I guess.
Oh yeah.
There's a highlight on there. Just Christian Polk, Memphis. It's at home. It's like a great environment. I think Kevin Harlan's calling the game with Reggie Miller. It's on.
Yep.
It's a CBS, and it is. You explode.
Yeah.
I mean, you get into a rhythm where you're hitting leaners, knocking down every shot. You remember that game, obviously.
Yes, I do. That was I think my career high. I had 27 points. Unfortunately, we lost. It's a tough game to remember, but yeah, I really had it going that day. That was a game that would have put us automatic bid into a tournament if we'd have won. So guys were really hyped up to play that game. Luckily, I was able to knock down some shots. My teammates were really finding me. I played with a lot of good players. Julian Stone, who's playing with the Nuggets right now. Randy Culpepper, who's playing overseas right now. Jeremy Williams, Gabriel McCulley. So those guys were really finding me that game. I was able to knock down some shots, but unfortunately, we didn't get the W.
Well, we got the W on Saturday.
Yes, we did.
At Canton, the Springfield Armor got the W.
And that's all that matters now, Christian,
yes,
by the
that's
way.
all that matters.
Everything wiped away.
Yeah.
It's moving forward.
Clean slate.
That's what we're talking about.
We talked about you making shots in that college game against Memphis. You made some huge shots down the stretch on Saturday night at Canton, a big road win. you know, you were one of the guys who stepped up, and that's going to happen over the course of the season. On a good team, you're going to have different guys step up. When did you feel it was going to be your time Saturday night?
You know what? I've never really been uncomfortable taking shots like that. It's kind of natural to me, but I mean, to me, that was the easy part, because when you have guys like Mays getting tough offensive rebounds like he did, I think he dove out of bounds to get one, and he got me the ball where I was able to be wide open for a shot. And then when you have Coach calling good plays down the stretch, and he was able to find me in the corner. We have such good players who take so much pressure off other guys like Ben and Mays, and I can go all down the list. But those guys are such good playmakers. When I'm open over there, I feel like that's the easy part, just not knocking down a wide open shot. So I mean, hitting shots down the stretch, it looks good. I hit big shots, whatever. But those guys really did the hard part and getting me the ball, finding me, and able to get those offensive rebounds so I can hit those shots. So I think what I did was the easy part, and they really did the hard part.
Well, talk about that. What a team guy here. You can say for a second, Christian, you know what? I did make some good shots there, Pete. You're absolutely right. You bring up a great point. That was very impressive what I did on Saturday.
Well, you can see him in action this Friday at home. Go to armorhoops.com. You go ahead and get tickets. As you get ready to start the home season, one thing I want to talk to you about before we get into talking about your season with the Armor upcoming. What about Poland? How was that when you were overseas playing in Poland recently? And I love talking to guys when they come back from overseas and they're playing in America. What was the difference over there compared to games over here?
You know what? It was definitely a different experience. It was my first time going overseas. Their team was kind of already set when I got there. I got there late. I don't know. The main difference is you just got to really find a good situation, a good spot, and guys who really embrace you when you're going overseas. And I think that my situation here is just so much better. The coaches really taking me in, the players are really taking me in. So it's just a lot easier here when you're back home and you got guys who really have your best intentions in mind. So it's just a lot more comfortable here, and I'm able to just play and be a lot more comfy.
Yeah, I mean, I struggled going from North Jersey to Springfield, so I can't imagine what it's like. I guess you were in Texas at the time or wherever in America, and going over to Poland.
Yeah, it was a long trip. It was tough to be that far.
Was it difficult just to be to adapt to the lifestyle?
Man, it was way different. Just the food is different. Just the gyms are a lot different. The training, how they train, the way they practice is a lot different over there. Their schemes are a lot different. The European game is a lot different than the American game. Those guys move that ball around so fast, and they like to shoot a lot of threes and stuff like that. So it's a lot different. But like I said, I really like my situation here. I think my situation here is a lot better than mine was in Poland. I have to say that overseas isn't a good place to play, but I really like my situation here.
How do you get a chance to go ahead?
Well, I was just going to follow up with that, Christian, because as we see the D-League, we know that this is still a fairly new league and that there are a lot of opportunities overseas. But as we see this league break new ground each season going forward, the Gatorade call-ups list, you break a new record with that every single season going ahead. So I have to think that eventually guys will start to stay closer to home and look at the D-League as a more of a viable option getting to the NBA. I mean, I have to think that we're starting to see that evolution taking place.
Most definitely. I mean, guys, just talking to guys on my team and talking to different guys around the D-League, they've been the going theme is I'm not going back overseas unless it's for a crazy deal or unless the money is just right. Because, like you said, the D-League is getting better and better every year. There's more call-ups. You're at home, and the living conditions here are a lot better than they are over there. And just like you said, the league is just getting so much better, so much more competitive. And like you said, it's the best way to get to the NBA, and that's where everyone wants to be, whether you're overseas or not. So, like you said, this league is getting better, and a lot more guys are wanting to stay here and play. Yeah,
and you mentioned guys. Now, we talked about the Armor. We talked about, your game against Sioux Falls. The Skyforce is on Friday night. ArmorHoops.com. You can go there, and that's how you get tickets. But I wanted to ask you, you got so many new guys coming together, and how do you mesh so quickly?
You know what? I think we're really unique in that situation because so many guys have played with each other or against each other. Like I played against Ben when he was at Tulsa, I played him like 5 or 6 times when he was at Tulsa.
Ben Uzo.
Ben Uzo. I played against him a lot. I played against Jonathan Thomas. He went to Marshall. I played him my senior year. Sean Taggart went to Memphis. We know a lot of guys that are mutual friends, and just so many guys know each other. Mays and McFarland all know each other. So I think we have a unique situation because so many guys are so familiar with each other. So we haven't really had to have that big barrier of like, oh, who are you? How do you play? How do you do this? Da, da, da. So
yeah, on that level, I thought that's a great point. On that level, the level you play on, the upper echelon, guys know each other. Mm-hmm. They're familiar with each other, whether you've played together against each other in college or AAU. You see guys from the time when you were 14 or 13,
Definitely.
right, and passing all the time.
Definitely. And just like you said, you see guys come up, and a lot of us are almost the same age, so we've been playing against guys, and guys all know each other. So I kind of know playing against Ben and these guys. I've scouted all of them, so I know what they like to do, and he's not to say he's the same player because he's gotten so much better than he was before. But guys are real comfortable with each other. We got real comfortable with each other really early, so I think that's really working to our benefit because guys are really meshing together. Guys play unselfish, and I think it's really going to help us in the long run.
Pete, I don't know if you have any more, but before we head out, we had a little game before you came on that we played with Pete. We took some calls from movies, announcer calls, play-by-play calls. Okay. I don't know if you're a movie buff yourself.
Oh yeah.
But we do have a basketball movie in here. Pete couldn't get it, so I want to know if you can make it happen here. All right. Okay. We're gonna play it. It's about 6 seconds long.
I'm sorry, I don't know what just happened. A very unusual series of moves just made the ball go in.
Any idea what that's from, Christian?
Is that Space Jam?
That's
what I said.
Not Space Jam?
It's not. That's you guys. Great minds think alike over there. That's really funny. Any other guesses?
Let me see.
Within the last 4 years, this movie came out.
4 years?
Yeah, fairly new, and it is a comedy.
Oh, it's not with Will Ferrell.
There you go.
Oh man, where he's the owner and he's the player.
No one give him it. All right, he can do this.
I just watched this movie not too long ago. Wow.
Begins with an S.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna make me so mad.
It's not professional. It's
semi-pro.
There
Got
we
it.
go.
The man comes through in the clutch just like Friday night or Saturday night.
Very nice.
But we are talking real quick, though. I know we got time, but
yep.
You're a huge TV show guy. Huge.
I
follow you on Twitter, Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, man.
Oh, very nice.
At Polk 41.
Man, Boardwalk is getting good, man. This season, you know what? I was a little disappointed the way the season started off, but it's ending really good. And after we win on Sunday, I'll be right to my TV to watch that show because it's getting good.
Sunday's game is against the LA Defenders, too. So if you can't get out Friday, come Sunday, armorhoops.com. Catch the guy in action.
Yeah, they're all places, Pete. Right here on our very airwaves, of course, the new YouTube Futurecast. And then right in person. Tickets are extremely affordable, and we'd love to pack that house. I'm sure you'd like to see a full capacity crowd on hand this coming Friday, Christian.
Definitely. We got a good, exciting group, and we would love to have as many fans as possible to get it going and have that sixth man help us out.